Hopkins trying to split the D. He goes in, he shoots, he scores. Tyler Hopkins, my goodness, what a beauty right there. Again at the left point. Hopkins with it. Down low, shoot, and they do score another one. Luke McNamara with another one. Having himself a night tonight. Number 29 in black, and it's 7.
Alluded to that today. There's an opportunity for Kingston. Wide open net. The 2-foot putt, as Tim likes to say, for Matthew Soto. We are tied up at 1.
Well, Battaglia does all the work getting the puck down low, and Soto just standing on the side of the...
And falls in the process, but does find Urona. There's a blast from Hopkins. Scores! One time off the feed from Uronin, and he makes no mistake about that one, getting every inch of it. Well, and it's now 3-0.
Tyler Hopkins gave a lot of money on game tickets.
There's McGowan for Battaglia, and he outwaits and scores. That's Larocque. Battaglia way up ice for Soto. Nice touch there to find Hopkins, and he'll carry it one-on-one with Protz. Left circle, wrist shot, scores! A beautiful move from Hopkins, and he's tied it at 2.
Absolutely magnificent passing from the...
It's a check thrown by Fitzgerald. And into the slot, a one-timer, they score. Hopkins, what a blast. A rocket to the back of the net, and it's a 1-1 hockey game. Hopkins, who has Kingston's goal tonight, down the right side for Soto, shoots, he scores! Matthew Soto's. Kingston will carry it out. Here comes Soto. He's got one tonight. He's over the blue line. Soto puts on the brakes in the slot. Hopkins, what a pass, what a goal. Battaglia finishes it off. Tic-tac-toe, what a beauty. Hangs on, now he slides it over. Shot out in front, goes off, skated in. The Kingston Frontenacs get a nice bounce, and they make it a 5-2 hockey game.
Miedema intercepts a clearing attempt, trying to find a shooting lane. Pass to Hopkins, he scores! Nice setup by Miedema, and Hopkins just inside the far post, and Kingston with a 3-0 lead.
Fronts break up the play at center ice. It comes to Soto. Tries to go wide, jams on the brakes, back to the point to McGowan. They'll give it over for Williamson. Directed towards the net. Oh, nice tip in front. Tyler Hopkins ended up going through the legs of Jovanovski for a 1-0 Frontenacs lead.
Williamson just coming through the zone. Again,
He drifts back. Now he plays it up the boards. Tried to get it to Hopkins. He does. Couldn't get it to Battaglia. Now he does, and he scores with 2.8 seconds left to make it a 6-3 Frontenacs game. Ball down by himself. Hopkins to Battaglia, back to Hopkins. One-timer by PDM, he scores. Might have gone off an Ottawa D-man, doesn't matter. 1-0 Frontenacs.
and the fans go crazy.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
But great shot by Pianiemi. Have a look and see if it does change directions.
Hopkins into the slot on the back end. They score. Uronin right along the ice. Power play goal, Frontenacs 3-2. They lead.
That puck was on Uronin's stick for a nanosecond. He just gets it to the net, and it goes through the 5-hole of Gibbons.
Well, as a goalie, Ed ends up on the stick of Battaglia. Wrist shot scores. Off the post and in. 6-2 Kingston.
Well, Gibbons just a little too far over.
Hopkins. One-timer, they score. Great setup for Cedric Gaydon.
Well, it's tough to defend when you're killing a penalty, but Gaydon on the weak side and his prowess as a goal scorer.
No. Did you play with Martin Brodeur, Grandpa? Here comes Hopkins. He scores. Beautiful feed. Put it right through the legs of Kaprowski, and it is 6-0 Kingston.
Well, Hopkins, like McGowan tried to earlier in the game, just
to Williamson, back to the point. Hopkins gets that loose puck down low. Shot, they score. Gage Hayes. Great feed from Ethan Miedema.
Well, you see there the Frontenacs start moving the puck quickly, and then they get that to Gage Hayes right in the...
Hopkins will win this one cleanly. McGowan, Battaglia right back to McGowan. McGowan to the net, scores!
Somebody join him. Burns will try. Hopkins waiting for help. Hits Clark. The Triller scores! Riley Clark with a beautiful rip off a great feed. And the Frontenacs are to within one late in the second.
Just an incredible feed to get Clark coming down as the trailer. A lot of patience.
To Ewens. Hopkins down low to Soto with the tip, and he scores. Soto makes it 4-1 Kingston.
Well, great play by Ewens to keep that puck in. He had to really stretch to corral the puck. And then
One-timer, but a good job by Jovanovski at the end of that one to kick it away.
Battaglia played into Pianiemi, scores!
Hopkins has got to be quick to move it. Sends it down to Soto. He'll saucer it back to Burns. One-timer saved by Rye. Rebound right there. Battaglia couldn't control it. Thrown out front. One-timer by Gaydon. He scores! Little ping-pong action in front of the net. Finally, Franz will put it home.
again, great puck.
Burns off the draw. One-timer by Battaglia scores.
Again, second goal just from the point. Just
Look at him go. Battaglia gets it back. Hopkins fires towards the goal. He scores.
This is Battaglia right here. Nice little puck protection as Hurley takes him out of the play. This is just a sift shot, and it's just...
But it eventually gets to his defensive partner, McCall. Stolen by the Frontenacs. Pass in front. They score. Hopkins right under the pads of Erlandon, and it's a 1-1 game.
yeah, Hopkins didn't have a lot to shoot at, but found the spot.
With the face-off win, Willis gives it back to McGowan. McGowan will bring it towards the net. Over for a shot there by Hopkins. Knocked out of the air by Soto into the net. 5-2 Kingston. Matthew Soto baseballs it into the Erie cage.
Well, Hopkins from an he gets the shot off, and it goes.
Josh Glavin have the Spirit up by one. Hopkins hits the brakes in the corner. Looking back to the point. And actually ends up all the way back to the point. Shot scores. Great goal there by Pianiemi. Might have been tipped in front. Joey Willis is celebrating a lot for somebody that maybe didn't score.
Yeah, Joey Willis.
I think he scored.
Pianiemi, he gets the
By Oak got his left arm on it. Hopkins, lots of traffic in front. He scores. Great screen by Ethan Miedema. And it's Tyler Hopkins tying the game for King.
Out of his net to play, and he had Hopkins in hot pursuit. And again, this one put right in front, off a skate, they score. I think that goes in off the skate of Josh Glavin. A penalty was coming. 4-2 Kingston. They've struck again quickly. Boards, Burns picks his pocket. Hopkins takes it away. And again, they're going to see a shorthanded 2-on-1 here. Hopkins down the left wing, takes a shot. He scores. Tyler Hopkins blisters one past Andrew Oak. A shorthanded goal to make it 6-2. Frontenacs back the other way. Battaglia 2-on-1 with Hopkins. Backdoor feed, and he's going to sweep it home.
The hat trick 4-on-4, and it goes from bad to worse here for
Burns. Up ice for Hopkins. Right side Hayes. Gage Hayes brings it into the backside. Tap in, score. That's Tyler Hopkins. What a feed from Gage Hayes. It's a power play goal. And with 13:50 to go in the first, Kingston takes the early lead. It's 1-0. And does gain the zone. It's Hopkins. Looking over to the left wing now. Firebirds send one up ice. Taken back now by Hayes. Hayes to the left wing. Send one to the back door. Miedema all alone. He scores. Miedema on the one-timer, a power play goal, and it's 3-0 Frontenacs. Will slide one back into the neutral zone. McGowan runs it down all the way to the defensive end. Malik McGowan to the right side now, Cal Ewens. And Ewens for Hopkins. Hopkins is in, looking to the backside, and hit off of Mania's stick. Bounces in, they score. Kingston with some puck luck. Tyler Hopkins with his second of the game.
near side McGowan. Shot from Burns, that one for Hopkins, that one bounces in. Tyler Hopkins just sends the puck towards the net.
On the right point. They do keep it in. Hopkins choked up on the stick, brought it down, now carries it. Nice move, Tyler Hopkins. Shot, scores! Beautiful move, better finish. Tyler Hopkins makes it 1-0 Kingston.
Well, Hopkins really starts this whole thing, and they're down in the
Forecheck, couldn't find the puck. Pickle does. In left of the net, in front, Hopkins scores! Second of the game, Tyler Hopkins. Kingston leads 3-0.
Well, very a little guilty of leaving the zone too early.
Lardis. On his tape, it's Tyler Hopkins. He's going to carry it and take the room he's afforded. Hopkins to Hayes, empty net, scores! Hayes with some breathing room for the Frontenacs. Sliding pad stop from Schenkel, and it's 3-on-1 the other way. Racing to get back to Spellacy. Willis has control. Right side, Hopkins scores! A sharp angle shot, and he cashes in to restore the 2-goal cushion for the Fronts.
Well, Willis does a great job of getting that puck to Hopkins, who's right in the quiet zone, nobody around him. Willis feigns like he's going to take the shot, but finds Hopkins and
circling away from a check. Now he gets it back to Ewens, waits, wrist shot, scores! Seeing eye goal from the point gives Kingston a 3-0 lead.
well, Ewens just gets the puck to the net.
You can't score if you don't shoot, Tim.
That's right. That's his 6th goal of the season.
Up in the air, Cameron swats that one aside. Puck in the corner, up to the line. Blast in front. They score. Tyler Hopkins tags one top corner on the power play.
From the point, actually decides to let it go. Hopkins was back there covering, gets to the high slot. Boy, big battle in front. Miedema down to his knee. Hopkins gets to the goal line, couldn't push it across. Shot from an angle, they score! Emil Pininiemi. Frontenacs up by 1.
Well, Hopkins does all the work down low, and then
Front turns away from a check, passes it to Hopkins, quickly back to Pininiemi. Shot from the point. Willis is all tied up, but he scores anyway. Breaks free and scores.
What a one-on-one battle that Joey freaking Willis.
Face-off one by the Frontenacs. Pininiemi to the net, backhand, scores! Right through the middle. Pininiemi.
Watch this. He's just going to find himself, and he's waiting, looking for a man, and just realize he's got an open lane to the net. Nice.